Harry Styles was to come out with vibrators, I'd fucking buy it. How much money did you take out on the Pretty Basic account?
Just $200.
And you lost it all? Stop the Venmo.
The drama?
And like, oh my God, he watched me.
Ramble.
Pretty Basic.
Thank you to CANVA, MACY'S, and Grammarly for sponsoring this episode of Pretty Basic. Guess who's back again. PV's back. Tell your friends. That's so good.
Hey. Okay. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to your favorite podcast with your favorite podcast duo.
That is Pretty Basic with Alisha Marie and Remi Cruz. We are here in studio today.
We are. Shout out to the listeners, the commuters, the people who are driving right now in traffic. Maybe you're going to work, to school, and you just wanted to hang out with some friends today. Or maybe you're at home one night.
Ooh, lights are down low. Your
low.
little galaxy lights on.
Mm-hmm.
You're sipping some wine, maybe a beer. I think I'm a beer gal now.
Honestly, just give me anything.
Any sort of nice, delicious alcoholic beverage. If you are of age, you click on YouTube. You click in Pretty Basic Podcast, youtube.com/user/Pretty Basic Podcast. And you watch a beautiful episode with great quality audio, great quality cameras, a full show.
I'm like, everyone's clicked out by now. Like, these conceited
Shut
bitches.
the fuck up. Boom.
Anyways, no, seriously, welcome back to the podcast. Rem, I feel like we have so much to catch up on.
Yes.
First things first, we have to have a little pretty pop culture moment because something huge happened this week.
Oh my fucking God. Okay, let me just begin by saying I'm not being a pick-me when I tell you Red is my favorite album to ever exist. You know this about me. I am a Red girly through and through.
Oh, yes.
Every song, even like the notably not as popular ones.
Wait, what's one of your favorite songs on Taylor Swift's Red album?
You guess. See, I was just going to say, it's not notably like a favorite. It's not conventionally chosen as a number one song, but I do love me some Everything Has Changed.
Oh, you know when the lyrics just hit different?
I almost forgot the discography or the songs on the album because I just haven't listened to it in a minute. I always bring it out during fall, of course, but I don't know. I just haven't listened from start to finish in a little while. Mm-hmm. And I forgot how many bangers. Absolute motherfucking bangers. Sorry, I'm cussing so much this episode. Are on that album. Stay. Mm-hmm. Forgot about that one. So good.
You know what my favorite song was, but when the album first came out forever ago.
22.
No. I think you wouldn't guess it too.
Starlight, which is good. What?
It's a slow song. This is the last time.
Really? With Gary Lightbody?
Yes.
Who's Gary Lightbody?
He's from Snow Patrol.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
I would see. I'm like, who the fuck is Gary Lightbody?
Here.
Every song is really good. I will say that.
That was always my favorite. Probably because I was going through a breakup and I was like, this is the last time. Yeah. Which now, obviously, I feel like All Too Well is having the moment it deserves because here's the thing. For me, going through a breakup around the time when Red came out, I am almost so sad I didn't realize the depths of the lyrics then.
Oh, wow.
Where now I'm listening to some of these songs and I'm like, oh my gosh. One, obviously we all know T Swift is a freaking actual genius.
She's so lyrically talented. Cal and I had a full conversation. Yes. We dissected the entire album yesterday. She's a good singer, but she's not like an incredible singer, let's be honest.
I think she's really good, but yeah, I think what makes her so iconic is what you're saying.
Yes, put Taylor Swift and Adele together. I'm so sorry. I'm so
and
sorry.
Adele?
Adele is going to win. Ariana Grande, I'm so sorry. She's going to win.
Vocally.
Yes, but I will say she's gotten much better throughout time.
Even her dancing has gotten
so
much. Also, sorry, we have to have a moment and say Dua Lipa's dancing has also gotten so much better.
Alisha and I, when we just want to have a good LOL, look up the Dua Lipa One Kiss live performance that has become a meme, but we loved it before it became a meme. She's wearing a green sequin skirt and a black sequin top, and what did she do to her choreographer to make her hate her?
No idea.
I just don't understand what happened.
Or maybe it was just that I have no idea.
But yeah, I agree. Dance skills through the roof. Mm-hmm. So good. But you know what I love about Dua Lipa? Sorry to tangent. She didn't like make a big scene about it. She said, you know what? You're right. And she went behind the scenes and then came out with, what was the one where she wore yellow?
Oh.
Don't Stop Now.
Yes.
That live award show performance.
good.
And she was dancing up a storm.
Yeah,
and she said, look at me now, bitches.
Look at me now.
But yes, All Too Well is by far my favorite song of all time.
The 10-minute version.
And when I found out the 10-minute version was coming out, I pretty much lost my mind. And it's so crazy because I think she dropped that it was coming out, like maybe April or May.
Mm-hmm.
She like teased the album. And I remember thinking November 14th, or actually originally it was supposed to be like November 20 something.
Mm-hmm.
It's never going to come. Like that's so far away. And now we're here. And it absolutely blew my mind.
That happens all the time to me, whether I'm ordering something, whether I'm going on a trip. When you hear, oh, that's not happening till next, it feels so far away, but it always comes.
Can I say something kind of morbid?
Sure.
Every time, I hope this is not just me. Every time like a trip comes, like I'm planning a trip or even like an album is coming out and it's like a very far release date, I get so excited and I think, I hope I don't die before then. Is that just me? Does anybody else think that too?
I don't personally think that, but I know other people think that.
I'm not saying I'm going to. I'm just like, man, I really hope I don't die before this so I can experience Red, the 10-minute album. I mean that though. I'm like, I really hope I don't die because I would love to hear this.
No, I guarantee someone listening right now is laughing because they're like, I thought I was the only one.
Hey, you know when you're driving, you're like, should I? Should I? Do you do that too? See, yeah, you're just like cutting something.
Bitch, okay, this is morbid. Oh my God, we really took a turn.
I'm so sorry.
No,
You got him off too.
no. Sometimes,
Jill, don't know.
like sometimes I'm like, oh, I really need to talk to my therapist this week. I'm like, oh, you know, like
me on BetterHelp. Hello, I need help today. Okay, sorry. Back to All Too Well. No, I think it's funny.
So, yeah, All Too Well, 10-minute version. I've seen so many TikToks about it, which is hilarious. Well, actually, I saw one of an interview back in 2012 of Taylor doing an interview saying, well, I came up with a 10-minute version, but no one wanted that, so we came out with this. And it's crazy because I saw some people debating, do you think it's really been here the whole time and she's been holding out on us, or did she announce she's coming out with a 10-minute version and like quickly like came out with new verses and stuff? And I was like, honestly, I would not be shocked if she really has had it the whole time.
Oh, that didn't cross my mind. I totally thought she had it from the get-go. So.
Also, I really hope this is a new wave in the music industry where artists drop out or songs that weren't on the original album, because think of how many even just random videos we've made that didn't make the cut. Like, that's interesting. Think of it now on like Taylor's level. I feel like people are going to start seeing her going back to an old era of hers. And I think this is going to be a new wave of artists like embracing their old songs, their old selves, or even songs that weren't good enough based off of their label at the time or something. And now it's like, no, I want to relive all that. Like the audience has grown up with them. I think that's such an interesting take that's going to happen. I think we're going to see a lot more artists following in her footsteps. It's not crazy. Being in her situation where she had to re-record, but willingly doing it.
I think I saw a really fun, look, okay, let's address the white elephant in the room. Obviously, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh my God.
Is probably not feeling so hot lately. I really do hope he's well, because I do feel bad for the guy. Like this, it really does suck. And you know, she's moved on. She's totally fine. I'm sure she like giggles because it's funny.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it was so long ago. I think like, yeah, he obviously was like not the best. He probably gaslit her a little bit, but like it was a decade ago. I hope he's like learned from then.
Oh, totally.
I do think it's interesting that his girlfriend currently is 25.
That's
and
like
she did sing that a long time ago.
I have so many thoughts. One, I hate how people come for her being like, it was only a 3-month relationship. Why are you blah, blah, blah. I'm like, if it's someone's art, it's someone's art. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like what? Like that makes no one came for Shakespeare talking about his love or whatever. Like it doesn't matter if it was a 1-week fling or like a 2-year. Like it doesn't matter. Like that's what makes her so artistic and like lyrically genius, because she can say. Do you ever listen to a song and you think, oh my God, I feel that. I just didn't know how to articulate that.
Oh
like,
yeah,
she's so good at that. So I get so mad when people come for her for that.
I also saw something funny that was like, everybody needs to stop coming at her for the fact that it was a 3-month relationship because he is a Sagittarius. And anybody knows that a 3-month relationship with a Sagittarius is really 3 years.
They're both Sagittarius.
Yes, no, and I can tell from personal experience that will fucking ruin your life for a long time.
She said, I saw a TikTok. Well, okay. So my whole For You page is Taylor Swift, which I know we're talking about this a long time, but I saw this TikTok of Lizzo and she was singing Happier Than Ever. And I was like, oh my God, like love Lizzo. So I'm watching this TikTok.
She's crying.
Right? And I'm like, oh my God. So then I go to the comments, the top comments. So we all blaming Jake gynecologist, huh? Literally, like all of them are we blaming Jake Gyllenhaal, and then they're like, it was Jake Tylenol, wasn't it? Like the song is Billie Eilish. It has nothing to do with Taylor Swift.
Just crying.
All the top comments, 200K likes, like so fucking funny. I'm like, damn, Jake really is getting it right now.
I do feel bad for him. I really, really
do too.
I hope that he's okay. I'm sure Taylor really does hope he's okay too, because you wouldn't wish that upon anyone.
Also, did you see the interviews of them at the All Too Well premiere of her and Dylan O'Brien dodging the questions?
Yes.
I thought that was so good.
She did such a good job.
She did an amazing job. They basically asked who was it written about, point blank. You know, they were like, you bet the one question you got to ask Taylor is who wrote.
I felt so bad because I bet the girl didn't want to. Like, why would you want to ask someone
it's
that?
A journalist, like, you know, that's the game. Like, get them to get the juicy questions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, she's like, well, this is for, you know, back then it was for a person to me, but now it's for anyone, and everyone thinks of someone, blah, blah, blah. Dylan, like, went into actor mode when the reporter asked him. He's, like, shaking his head, like, Jake, like, no. And then he goes, no, my character is named Brian or Brandon or whatever the name was. Like, he totally was like, what are you talking about?
You know, he practiced that in the mirror before. He's like, Brandon.
Literally.
Brandon.
So I thought that was really funny. But yeah, I have been listening to it on repeat. It's been amazing.
I sobbed at the short film. Hysterically sobbed.
Sadie Sink killed it.
Who is she?
I'm so sorry. I'm leaving the studio actually right now.
I'm so sorry.
Stranger Things.
I've never seen it, but she was great. What does she do in Stranger Things?
We're just going to roll to ad.
I know Millie Bobby. I know Millie Bobby Brown.
Oh my God.
You may say I'm a dreamer. You know that clip?
No.
Whit knows it. She's dying. You know what I'm doing.
Oh my God. Yes. So she's obviously in Stranger Things. Remi.
I'm sorry. But you know, she's dating Joe Alwyn's brother. So like imagine they all get married. Imagine their Thanksgiving. Imagine their Thanksgiving with the scarf.
Oh my God. With the scarf.
With the scarf.
The scarf's the centerpiece.
Okay. So we love the song. We love Taylor. Oh my God, you guys. CANVA Pro has truly changed my life. Whenever I throw a party and I want to make a cute little Cooking with Remi menu, or if I am making just a collage for my computer background screen, or I'm making literally anything creative in my life, CANVA Pro is there for me. If you don't know what CANVA Pro is, it's a design platform that empowers you to create and share stunning content in just a few clicks. No joke, you guys. They have so many templates, so many little like graphics and cute fonts and just everything under the sun that you could use to creatively stimulate your brain and make something really cool to share with your friends or with yourself or whatever it may be. Whether you're a design professional or just getting started, designing with CANVA Pro is amazingly fast and fun. Choose from thousands of professionally made templates that are easy to customize with simple drag and drop features, or start from scratch. Personally, I, as a type A person, went on a vacation and I wanted to make a packing list for my friends because there's nothing worse than going on vacation and realizing you forgot your underwear or your socks or your pajamas, which I do far too often. So I went on and I made the cutest little graphics and I used all their little templates and things and made an adorable little tropical themed packing list, and it was amazing. CANVA Pro comes with endless premium fonts, photos, videos, and so much more that add personality and edge to whatever you're designing. Also, there's so many tools to choose from, so many options that you have. You can create millions and millions of different things from CANVA Pro. Design like a pro with CANVA Pro. Right now, you can get a free 45-day extended trial when you use our promo code. Just go to canva.me/basic to get your free 45-day extended trial. That's canva.me/basic. Canva.me/basic.
You know what else happened this week for me?
Who?
Yesterday,
What?
actually.
What?
Somehow I got hand-delivered Harry Styles PR. Not from Harry Styles himself. I kind of freaked out. I know what you're going to say. I just say it. Just say it.
Roll the clip of Alisha Marie approximately 2 years ago saying, I don't really know. Harry Styles just isn't that cute. And I go, shut up. That's all I have to say back right now is shut up. Are you going to share with me?
Yes.
What is it exactly?
It's nail polishes, not vibrators or butt plugs, even though a lot of people on my Instagram story thought that's what they were.
They look like vibrators.
They do. And it's called Pleasing.
Oh, he knew what he's
he's
a cheeky.
knew.
He's a cheeky guy.
Is.
He
and then
knew.
it had an eye and lip product as well as a serum.
Wow, very vast amount of products.
Which I liked that, but I was like, he knew exactly what he was doing with this. But it made me think, if Harry Styles was to come out with vibrators, I'd fucking buy it.
What would you call them?
It'd be Pleasing something. It'd be like, it'd be off of Pleasure. Ooh. Sorry.
Ooh. Are you okay? Do you need a minute? Wait. Let me think of the name.
I was like, damn, I hope he comes out with those. Imagine we were sponsored. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I couldn't think of a good name.
We could do a collab. Pretty Basic Pleasure.
Pretty Basic X Pleasure.
Pretty Basic X Pleasure.
Well, I'm very jealous, and the fact that Harry Styles knows you exist.
Well, I don't know how it happened. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe they were really going to send it to like Alisha Bow or something.
No, they're going to send it to me.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
they had to put it, because he saw the clip where I stood up for him.
Yeah. Wrong address.
Address.
So sorry.
Please just hand deliver these to Remi now.
Yeah. Imagine it said, please hand deliver to Remi. Oh my God. Yeah. So that happened. How was Vegas?
Vegas was really good. I went to day in Vegas, as I said last week that I was going to go. Wonderful experience. I saw Doja Cat, who was absolutely insanely good.
Oh my God.
Insane. Like the style, like the choreography, the show. She was doing like a lot of her popular songs and then making them like with a rock band, or like she was doing like a rock spin on them. It was insane. She did Say So, and it was like all this like crazy stuff happening.
Was everyone doing the dance?
No.
Thank God. I hope that doesn't.
I was going to say, I was actually just very surprised that more people are not doing TikTok dances in the crowds.
So I remember in the depths of quarantine, I always told you, shit, I better learn some of these dances, because once we're all out, everyone's going to be doing these dances at the club, the bar, whatever. Mm-hmm. And we've been out a few times since, things have opened, and it made me really happy that not many people were doing them. And I think it's low key like a PTSD thing.
I think it's just kind of embarrassing. Oh. But I will say sometimes I like with the roll. I was like, the punch is what you, I was like, oh, stop. Okay. No one's doing it, because no one's doing it. It's just like muscle memory though.
Yeah.
And then no one's doing it. It's really embarrassing. And it's like uncool to do them in public.
I really thought I would be the one, if I wasn't doing it, standing out, because everyone knew all of the dances.
You could spearhead it. You should try.
I should
go to the center of the dance floor.
Okay.
But yeah, it was really good. We saw YG, who was so funny.
Oh my God.
So funny. And Kendrick Lamar was incredible. And I lost a lot of money. I did pull out some money on the Pretty Basic card, and I thought, today is my day, Remi. You're going to win blackjack, because as you've told me, I'm not allowed to play slots.
Yeah.
I did play slots, and I lost all my money. I found another game that's called Wicked Wheel Panda, and it goes,
I've seen that one.
Freak out.
Guys, Remi's the worst in Vegas.
Obsessed with slots. Yeah, I lost all my money.
How much money did you take out on the Pretty Basic account?
Just $200.
And you lost it all?
Bitch. I sat down at the blackjack table. I was like, okay, Alisha told me to play blackjack. I'm going to be so good. $50 buy-in. I lost it all in 4 hands. Lose. I said, thank you so much. And I got up and I lost.
Was Cal there?
No.
He should have been watching. He would have been like, Remi.
I know. I'd be like, one more. Oh, no more money.
And then you're like, oh shit, it's gone.
I know. Like, it was so embarrassing too, because a subscriber was sitting there. And she was so nice. She came up after, and I was like so
winning.
Sad.
She was like up.
Yeah, she's got like funny $25,000. She's like, Remi. We took a picture. She was really nice, but it was really embarrassing. And the lady felt really, like the dealer felt really bad for me, and she apologized a lot. So I'm good on Vegas for a very long time. I got to recoup the payments.
So please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also subscribe to the podcast so we can recoup that $200.
It was like,
wait,
no
did you
joke.
lose more? 200 was just Pretty Basic. How much of your own did you lose?
I would like to move on to the next question.
No, I want to know. I want to dive into this.
No. It was the most I've ever, because I kept being like,
I got this.
Just one more. Just this time.
That's how they
this
get
time.
You. What did you? No. What did you? We just did an episode after we came back from Vegas, and you said the trick is only take out however much money you're willing to lose.
Yes, and I did that about 6 times. I was like, that's fine.
Just like
it's
ATM.
Fine. It's fine. Sometimes the ATM charge was $45 to pull out money. I'd be like, I can't see.
You're like $4? Okay, come on.
The decimal. You guys want the decimal. Anyways, yes, I will have to recoup some of my payments.
Shit. Okay.
And we'll be back next year.
Yeah. Oh, next,
Roll
okay.
it back.
Roll it back. Damn.
Oh my God, I will say, okay. The one interesting thing that did happen to me was I had the most awful flight experiences getting there.
Oh.
So normally, like in college, I would just drive to Vegas because from college it was like, what, 3 hours away?
Yeah, 4 hours.
So
Four,
quick.
3 something.
When we wanted to go, Cal was like, oh, I'll just drive us. But I was like, no, it's okay. Like a flight is so easy. So easy.
It is literally a 30-minute flight from LA.
By the time you get up and you put your phone out, they're like, put it away for landing. I'm like,
they don't
okay.
even give you drinks because it's that quick.
Yes. So I was like, no, it's fine. Like it'll just be way less stressful if we fly. Let's fly. So on the way there, our flight got delayed multiple times. By the time I got there, Cal doesn't have TSA pre-check, which that has already been a fight that we've had multiple times because pre-check is so...
I'll talk to him.
Did you see the funny video that Tyler Cameron posted about TSA pre-check? He and Matt James were going somewhere and he was like, he posted this video and he's like, I just landed in Nashville or wherever he went. And he's like, Matt missed his flight because someone doesn't have TSA pre-check. So he was like, Matt, I don't want your negative energy tomorrow when you come. Like, I want you to be happy. Like, it's your fault. You're not a man and you don't have pre-check. So, like, get it together and I'll see you tomorrow. Cal? No, I should. But, like, it just makes life so much easier. But I obviously am not going to go through alone without him.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll go through regular security. So I go through security and they pull my bag because I didn't take something out. And I'm like, what is it? I'm trying to think what it could be.
What was it?
They literally take 40 minutes to pull my bag to look through because there's so many people they're pulling bags from. They're literally taking from every line except mine. I'm standing there so mad at Cal because I'm like, this is because of him. With pre-check, I would have been fine.
Oh, because you were in the regular.
Yes. Finally,
I'm that friend at the airport. I'm like, bye, I'm going to TSA. I'll meet you at the gate.
Normally I would, but I felt so bad.
Well, I'm like, I
don't feel bad anymore.
Yes.
And so they pull my bag out, and I had brought a little Bluetooth speaker that I didn't pull out of my bag. So then they're like, oh, just put it in. So I put it back in my bag. We get on the flight. Finally, we're up in the air. This guy gets up to go to the bathroom, and I think he must have been really disoriented because he passes out, like literally in front of Cal in the aisle on the way there. Poor guy. He gets up. He goes to the bathroom. He comes back. He passes out again.
What the fuck?
It was so sad. He ended up being okay. He just had a bloody nose, but like from like hitting it on the arm, it was so scary.
We don't know why he fainted.
I think he just got disoriented, like being up in the air maybe or something like that. I don't know. But he was okay. But I was just like, oh my God, this is a crazy travel day. And then we got all the way back, obviously, and like went on the trip. On the way back.
You did get there really late.
Oh my God, it took forever to get there. But again, he's fine.
You could have driven to Vegas and back.
No, literally. By the time that the flight had been delayed. Yeah. So then I was like, okay, as long as Plane Man's fine, we're good. We are fine. We're good. We go on the trip. We come back on the way back. So our flight got delayed again. And so they tell me like, it's like now estimated for this time. So then I get to the airport according to that time, but then they're switching it back to the original time. So I'm thinking I'm going to miss my flight. I'm running through the airport. I'm freaking out.
Feeling.
I said, bye Cal, I'm going to TSA pre-check. And then I waited 40 minutes for him to go through the line. And this mom, like this like sweet old lady was next to me and we were waiting on the bench for 40 minutes together. Finally, her husband comes up next before Cal and she goes, you know, it took me 2 minutes. It took you 40. And he's like, I know. And she's like, yeah, I told you got to do it. I was like, this is literally me in a parallel universe.
They're like, is this me in like 40 years?
In
like,
the future?
What? Oh,
it was so, he was like, I know. He's putting his belt on. He's putting his shoes on. And so then we finally book it to the plane. Turns out it was delayed. We get on the flight. And they're like taking so long to take off. And so we're like waiting. All of a sudden, and I was in the front row and I was next to like, I'm pretty sure the air marshal, is that what they're called? Like he was like a pilot of some sort. Okay. Very nice man. And so all of a sudden I hear him go, you got to sit down. You got to sit down. You got to sit down. And there's this kid who's like probably our age in this like fantastic floral button up shirt, like dressed to the nines. And he's walking around like stumbling. And we're like literally like we're taking off.
Oh no.
So they're screaming at him and he's trying to go to the bathroom and he turns around and his eyes are like rolled, like he was definitely.
He was drunk.
He got too drunk at the airport.
Or on something else.
And so he was just like running. And so then he like trips and like almost falls on Cal because he's walking.
What is it about Cal?
It's all about Cal. And so then they finally like they get him back to his seat and they're like, okay, like we're good to go. So they start taking off again. He gets up again. And he's walking again. And they're like, sit down. And then the flight attendants come over to the guy next to me, the pilot. And they're like, it's 2 times. Like, it's 2 times. And then the other guy goes, we're going to have to go back to the gate. We're going to have to kick him off. Da, 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 da. And then finally they got him like sit down. They like restrain him. They sit him down.
Oh.
And then we ended up back home.
My God.
So now I know, drive to Vegas. In all that time, I could have driven and gotten back.
Oh my God.
But yes, other than that wonderful trip.
I've never had a flight experience really like that. Obviously, especially on Instagram or TikTok, you see all these crazy stories of people.
Anti-masker people
Yeah,
now.
I've never had to firsthand experience that or someone extremely drunk like that.
I just thought those poor flight attendants, like they do not get paid enough for that.
Oh my God. Yes. I think that every time I fly, I think of how many times they're like, put your mask on, put your seatbelt. I'm like, people act like they're the ones making all these rules. I'm like, they're just trying to do their job.
No, they just want to get you from point A to point B, and then that's it. I know, it's so fucked up.
Oh my gosh, damn.
Well, while I was gone, did you have anything exciting happen?
Yes, actually. I've been waiting.
Waiting
to tell you this story. You're going to love it. You're going to live. You're going to love. Okay?
I love.
I feel like the listeners will also love. So I got a text from a friend a few weeks ago, and they basically were like, hey, do you know this person? Her name is Patty Stanger. And I was like, no, I don't think so. And then, he's saying like, oh, she has this show. She's a really big fan of you, actually. And I think you two should connect. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, like would love. So I look her up, and she is, her show is Millionaire Matchmaker. And I was like, wait, I know of this.
I was a big fan. I didn't watch the show, but I read all the tabloids. Like I grew up on like People,
like, yeah,
Us
I remember
magazine,
like hearing it and all that stuff. So I was like, oh my God, honored, For those of you who don't know, it's basically a show. It's been on for so long, like so many seasons, where she's a professional matchmaker. Like she sets up people to date, and the rate of success is in the 90s, like 90 something percent. Yes, it's insane.
That's really impressive.
And it made me think, I'm like, well, back in the day, there always was matchmakers. Like that was like how, life was. Like it was normal, like to get set up on a like arranged marriage
like
or blah, blah, like back in the day,
Mulan.
So I was like, it really is true. You go to all these different services, to you get your eyebrows done, to have a therapist, and like a lot of people, I feel like not a lot of people think of like, oh, let me find someone who can help me with my dating life. Like even a dating coach or like a matchmaker, So I'm like, oh my God, like this is different. This is interesting. Like, let's do it. So I end up getting lunch with her. And not only was she like stunning in person, I was like, oh my God, you're like really pretty.
She looks really, really pretty.
She's so pretty.
She looks
so sweet.
Gorgeous.
And I'm not going to lie. At first, I really thought, oh, maybe she just wants me to promote something of hers, or, oh, maybe she's not.
I'm writing a book.
Yeah, like maybe she's not really a fan and is just trying to work with influencers, blah, blah, because that has happened in the past where people are like, oh my God, I'm such a fan of you. And then later
here's my book.
They're like, here, promote my book. And you're like, oh, nice to meet you. You know what I mean? So I was prepared for that. This girl knows everything. She literally is like, watches my shit. And I was like, oh my God, like you actually watch what? Like what? So she was so fascinated with everything. So sweet, so nice. And I was like, oh my gosh. And one of my goals, honestly, this past year, but I feel like it's been taking a while, is really to start I don't want to say networking more, but getting out of my comfort zone, like meeting people who I wouldn't normally like meet if it wasn't for this world, or like little things like that, saying yes to more dinners and lunches and just meeting new people, because I feel like I can be a introvert and just stay in my home and just not do anything. So that's been a goal of mine lately. I'm like, you know what? I feel like the Zoloft is kicking in. We're able to like have conversations more, so we might as well. So then she's talking all about my YouTube channel. She even mentioned like, oh yeah, I know you got a new car, or like, oh, how's Chloe? Like the specific things that only someone who watches would know.
Chloe.
And instantly I was like, oh my God, like you're so sweet. Like you actually know this shit. She literally says, oh my gosh, I found Remi and Lauren through you. Like she watches your shit too.
Hi, Patty.
I know. If you're watching this, I really want her to come on Pretty Basics.
My mom would lose her mind.
Oh my God, your mom can be here that day. She can run camera C.
She would I think my mom watched every episode of that show.
Oh my God.
Like every episode.
Literally, it's like, yeah. So obviously I'm like, how do you do what you do? Like everything. She's like, oh my God, I've always been an empath. I'm really good at meeting people. and just reading them too. And literally I was like, oh my gosh, like, yes. She's like, don't worry, we're going to go over your complete dating life. Like I have so many plans. I have so many thoughts. I have a few people in mind, like, da-da-da. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm sitting there and I joke, oh my gosh, I haven't like really dated in a really long time. And she goes, oh, I know. I can read your energy. I can tell when you sat down, you haven't been laid in a very long time. This was my face. I was like, you know, Sky Jackson? That was me.
What gave it away? Did she say? Did you ask?
I was like, is it the leather blazer I'm wearing? Like, what the fuck is it about me? Like, clearly, what the fuck is it?
It's the energy.
I was like, oh my damn.
Did you seem a little uptight? Maybe you were like a little uptight.
I was like, shit.
I've never thought that, like, I've never thought about people's sex lives when I meet them. You know, does that make any sense?
Never.
I've never looked at anyone and been like, she needs to get laid.
This was me. I was like, not like you're like very right or anything, but
it's so funny. What did you say to that? What do you say to that?
I was like,
Ooh, Pikachu.
Pikachu. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, you're not wrong. You know? I get the 90% success rate now. Okay, whatever.
Guys, this is not a drill. It's Macy's Black Friday sale. Black Friday is on Tuesday, November 23rd through Sunday, November 27th. Shop Macy's and Macy's.com for the deals you've been waiting for all year long. Huge savings on everything you need for your kitchen from brands like Instant Pot, Cuisinart, Ninja, and Nespresso. Oh my God, I love all those brands. New cookware sets, self-care and beauty essentials, and even plush, comfy bedding. You'll even find huge discounts on furniture, hello new living room sofa, and get all your gift shopping done now with great deals on designer handbags, jewelry, beauty, watches, wireless headphones, and toys from Toys R Us. Remember, stores are closed Thanksgiving Day, so shop online for Black Friday deals at Macy's.com.
Yeah, very interesting. So then she starts telling me what kind of guy she sees me with, and I was obviously so intrigued. Of course, I was like, this is everything I want to hear, but she's like, he definitely is doing his own thing. He really respects what you do, but like kind of low-key, like a low-key guy, but like, you know, a go-getter, da-da-da-da-da, and just making comparisons and stuff. And I was like, well, sign me up. I mean, like, do you know him? Like, can I meet him? Like, tell me what's up. So I don't want to go into everything because I really want her to come on the podcast, but she was giving such crazy, like, dating advice and just not even advice, more like perspective of what dating is like. I was like, why is it that girls, the second you meet a guy, even if you're not that interested in him, you put his last name with yours just to hear it. Like in your head, you're like, as if that would be your name if you guys were to be married. It is a thing. It's a thing.
I know it's a thing, but is it that weird to do?
So I was like, why is it though? Like girls do really get so attached, like just like, you know, and obviously not all girls, females, whatever. But in my life, the women that I know tend to just be more like, you know, attached, or they do that. And she goes, the Cinderella syndrome. And I was like, there's a name for it?
No.
And she was like, yeah, it is. She was like, it's a thing. And then even goes into saying how like, so biologically, women fall in love through sex. The oxytocin is fucking flowing. Men, not as much. They usually fall in love more so after the date when they're thinking about the girl. They're like, whoa, like she actually does fit my bill. Like my list that I have, like she could be perfect. So she was basically like, girls fall in love on the date, guys fall in love afterwards when they're like really thinking about her and processing. And I was like, oh, I was sitting there like, what? Like, that makes so much sense to me.
That makes a lot of sense.
The Cinderella, they're like, oh my God, like, oh my, he did this, blah, blah. And I was just like, whoa, you're coming on the podcast. You're meeting Remi. This needs to happen because like, what the fuck?
I want to be read.
Yes. Oh my God.
I want it.
So I was sitting there. I was like, this is so interesting. Then she says, oh, I have a gift for you. And I was like, a gift for me?
For me?
And I was like, oh, I mean, what is it? And she pulls it out and she goes, so I want her to talk about all of this. She goes, so this is scientifically proven that men get blood flow. They get hard.
Thank you.
With the scents vanilla, lavender, which I was thinking, oh my God, all the massages are always like lavender. Like, you know what I mean? And pumpkin pie. Tell me why pumpkin pie, bitch. I don't fucking know. But then I thought about it. I was like, almost every guy I know loves pumpkin pie.
Wait, I'm gonna literally like wave those things in front of Cal, and I'll tell you what happens.
So Ashley's like talking to this one guy, and he was over the other night, and I was like, "Do you like pumpkin pie?" I didn't know it. He goes, "Yeah," and I was like, "Yeah, I bet you do."
Okay. Some people just like pumpkin pie.
No, I was like,
Some people just like
So,
pumpkin pie. What about men that are allergic to lavender?
I don't know. So anyways, she hands me this bag. I'm like, you know when you get something, you're just like, oh my God.
Card with the money.
You're like, yeah, the card. Oh my God, you're so there's a check. I was just not expecting a little gift, so I got so excited, and I'm opening it, and it is a perfume.
Ooh.
It's a perfume that literally has pheromones in it that is meant to attract the male species. And she goes, that shit works. And I was like, what?
There was a girl who went on Bachelor in Paradise and literally was spraying pheromones on herself the whole time. She said they smell lovely.
Oh,
it's just like, it's like a perfume, right?
Don't worry, I've already, oh no, it smells great. It's super sweet.
Have you had any success?
Any suitors?
Have you had any success with our pheromones yet?
You know,
are the men flocking to you?
So yeah, I wore it to Target, and there were like 20 guys. I'm just kidding. Imagine, like, actually, literally, she did say you can't mix it with another scent, which I thought was very interesting, which makes sense because it blocks it all or whatever. But yeah, so I've been going up to it. I'm like, smell me. Like, does it smell good?
I really hope some guy comes on the street. What if, like, actually you're in a store and he's like, you smell amazing?
I would fucking pass out.
I feel like it could happen.
Oh no, I know. So I need to start I want to do a video where I test this perfume.
Okay.
Like, how do I? Also, apparently they make some that's like male to male, or that's like female to female. You know, like depending, you know, which way you go. There's a perfume for you too. Wow. I know. So don't worry, guys. We're still in the testing phase.
Your body's still reacting. You know, you actually, you're like, your pH balance has to like work out with the scent.
It smelled amazing. I should have freaking brought it. It's okay. We're going to have Patty Young. She's going to talk about it all.
She's going to bring some for us.
When I tell you, I was like.
When you first met her, did you think like, oh, she smells good?
I was just like, you're so pretty.
Oh. I feel like sometimes people are like, whoa, you smell good.
Yeah. No, we ended up talking for about 4 hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Obviously we talked about other things too, but my dating life was probably like a third of it, you know? So she basically said, if I'm in the perfect age, you know, and maybe we can, you know, figure some things out. And I'm just very honored that somehow she watches my stuff and is willing to. I'm nervous.
Why?
I'm nervous because I'm like, this means I have to actually like put in effort. And she was like, you have to like put in effort and do things. Like if, you know, you have to like listen to the advice or things that I give you and like, so cause she does this as a full-time thing. Like she charges a lot.
But dating is so fun. You don't think it's fun?
Not right now. But I think it's honestly, like, I don't know. I mean, the listeners know, the viewers know. I think what's hard for me is the online shit. Like I don't know if I told you this. I deleted my Hinge and my Bumble for now. We put her on pause because I was like, this is just a waste of money. Right now, you know.
Oh, we were paying.
You know, I was like, let's just cut that right now. Mm-hmm. We did still keep Raya because obviously I'm not going through that reapproval process.
Oh my God, I did that once in a haste and it was the worst thing I ever did.
Wait, you don't have it anymore?
I have a boyfriend now.
I always thought if I was in a relationship, I'd still keep it because I don't want to have to go through that.
No, because I feel like that's like kind of disrespectful.
Oh shit.
Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like if Cal had that, I'd be like, so you think we're gonna break up? Like, so you think there's a chance that
I just was waitlisted for 2 years, and I'm like,
no,
fuck.
I know, no, but this was like before Cal.
Yeah.
Like BC. I like was I was like dating around. I'm like, I don't need it anymore, and I try to reapply, and they're like, nope. Sorry.
See, what if it doesn't work out and I need it later?
But like, this is a whole other thing. But yes, okay.
I guess if I have a relationship past the 2-year mark, which was how long I was on waitlist, maybe then I'll delete it. You know? Because if I'm in a relationship,
it's twice as much time.
So 4 years. Okay, 4 years. That sounds perfect for me.
You can go like dark on it. I think you can
I think you can.
Like take your profile.
Exactly.
But still, it is kind of sad.
I get it, but clearly I'm not in that situation.
Yeah, you're not in the mentality.
Wait, in like a year or two when I'm in a relationship, and then I'm gonna be like, oh my God, it is so fucking disrespectful.
One date, delete.
I'm like,
Patty, delete.
I put his last name in I'm like, oh, we're getting married. Yeah, so long story short, the meeting was great. I was like, oh my gosh. And yeah, so.
Did she read you at all? Like, do you have any, like, does she have any tips you can share?
We haven't talked about that yet, even though we
were
were there.
No tips at all?
Well, no. I mean.
She was holding back?
No. There was so much. And literally she would talk for so long and I would sit there and be like, I have so many questions. But like, how? Like, what? Like, do girls what? Like,
she should have a podcast.
I told her.
Does she have a podcast?
No,
she should
like,
have
you
a
need to fucking podcast.
That's so interesting. I would love to know her perspective too on, like, obviously, like, she was so big quite a long time ago and like people and dating has changed since then. So I'd love to hear her perspective.
Even just the apps in general have come such a far way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that's where I'm like, I suck at small talk online. Like I feel like I'm so much better in person with people. But I'm like,
but you gotta do the online thing to meet them. Yeah, exactly.
I know. I really want you just to take over my dating apps.
Oh, that would be a whole video.
Because
I lost my touch, though.
I would do so much better if you're like, hey, you have a date on Friday. I'm like, fuck, okay. Put it in my calendar. Like, I genuinely think that is how I would do better.
Maybe you can hire someone to just do your... Wait, that's a great service. You should hire someone to just do your dating
But that's like a matchmaker situation. They're like, okay, I'm going to vet these people for you, show you the potentials, and tell you to meet them.
I think you should utilize her. I have someone in mind who I'm really hoping she said to. Okay, guys, I've talked to you about Grammarly already, but Grammarly is incredible. It has changed my life. I've started writing recipes and for cooking with Remi, obviously. And let me tell you, I did not realize how bad I was with grammar and punctuation and all things above until I started using Grammarly. Obviously, we all know it is the most stressful time of year for all students. You know, if you have studying, you've got writing to do, you've got midterms and finals, and just the list goes on. And talking about this right now just brings back all the stress that I used to have in school. So if you're a student and it's crunch time, you might be starting to panic just a little. And with Grammarly, you can stress less and avoid overlooking mistakes during your all-nighters, which I remember. Grammarly is an all-in-one writing tool that saves you time on editing and provides advanced suggestions for things like clarity and tone, so you can cut down on late nights and get some much-needed rest before that exam. Also, best of all, it is free. It's a free digital writing assistant, perfect for students on a budget. No joke, I remember in college, I stayed up so many nights all night long, but specifically this one time for a history paper, and I completely failed the class. And I truly think that if I had Grammarly, it would have helped me so much. And I love that it helps with more than just grammar. It also helps with clarity and tone, which I immensely could have used. Also, what's amazing is Grammarly even works in Google Docs and offers add-ins for Microsoft Word and Outlook. I am a Google Doc queen. I've used Microsoft Word since I was a child. Like, this is incredible. And what's great is when you upgrade to Grammarly Premium, you get access to even more advanced suggestions and features to level up your writing for as low as $12 a month with a yearly subscription. Make that big paper the best it can be with Grammarly. Sign up for free today at Grammarly.com/basic. That's GRAMMARLY.com/basic. Okay, give us one last tidbit of something exciting that she said. Something that you were like, ooh, whoa.
I don't know what it is about me. I don't know if it's just this, especially watching some of the guys you've dated. Not Cal.
So
not Cal.
Rude.
No.
Rude.
I think my expectations are, I feel like I've put like guys in such a low, horrible category, and I'm very aware of this, where I'm just like, oh, they literally don't think and they don't care and they don't have feelings. Like, I think I've really put them in this box of like, oh, they're just shit, which I know is not true. Okay?
You gotta kiss a few frogs though.
Yes.
You really do. Yes.
So when I asked, because she was talking about Instagram and blah, 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 and like, you know, the proper way to like utilize Instagram to your dating life, you know, and I was like taking all the notes. I thought it was interesting that she basically said it does mean something if they're watching your shit. Because in my head, I was like, nah, they're just fucking, they probably are brushing their teeth and it's just playing on the, like,
I do that all the time. Like, I'm flushing. I'm like, oh shit.
And then the girl's like, oh my God, he watched my story.
No, that was literally me. Yeah. That was me.
Yeah. So I was just like, oh my God, I want to hear her perspective more in depth of like the apps and dating apps and Instagram and like social media, because it really has changed so much over the years. Oh, like crazy.
That's what I want to hear. I want to hear her perspective from a professional standpoint.
I know. So don't worry, guys. We'll get her on.
Okay, wait. So when a guy watches the stories, she thinks it means something. Mm-hmm. What does it mean?
I don't know exactly. And that's why I was like, how do you know? Like, what?
But I don't like that she's saying that, because I feel like that's false hope. For like, if I had heard that back in the day, I would have been a mess.
I know.
I
kept
it was
thinking
better
of
if people
single
were
you.
real.
I kept thinking of
yeah.
single you.
I think she needs to like.
Maybe there's a middle of maybe they aren't just brushing their teeth and your thing's playing. Maybe there's a middle. But also,
the thing is, I would fully convince myself also, they cared.
You know how that guys always just come back?
Yeah.
Like, and like they never watched your story, they never comment, they never hit you up, and then randomly they're suddenly like, hey,
they
always come back.
I would love to know all this.
I know.
But I really do think there are so many fragile girls out there who, if they heard that she says they care, they're going to be like, oh my God.
I think it defines, I think it really defines watch. It's like, oh, they just saw it, or like every single day they're the first to watch it.
I do think also it just depends on the guy.
Yeah.
It's super subjective to the guy.
I think I think it is very subjective.
Like if Cal watched my stories, I was like, oh yeah, he cares about what I'm doing because he's just like a nice person.
But you guys are in a relationship now.
No, but like when I was first dating him, oh yeah, I was just like, you can tell him when he's just like a nice guy, like he actually cares.
Yeah.
Or like not even just nice, just
also,
like you get the vibe.
I feel like you guys are weird though because I feel like your life intrigued him so much where he's like, she's at a Spider-Man premiere? Like, wait, what the fuck is she doing?
But like even like normal though.
It's
like
less
normal.
like, oh, I'm gonna like relook at this photo of her and more of like, what?
But like think of the other guys. Like they were just fucking with my head. Like cause they were like douchey guys.
No, I don't know. That guy was fucking
See, it's a peculiar.
Oh, I just thought of Bumble Boy. I forgot about him.
Oh yeah, I see, but I still watch his stories. I'm just like, what's he doing? What's going on?
Yeah, but I wonder if he's like, oh my God, Remi's watching this.
No, don't be weird.
Ah, man. Anyways, we'll keep you guys updated on my dating life, and
I cannot. Can we make it a whole segment?
Oh, I'm trying to get as much content baby content out of this.
Content baby. Oh my God, I hope he's well too. He was watching to see what I was doing.
Oh,
for the clout.
For the clout. For the clout.
For the clout.
So yeah, it means something, but what does it mean?
That's
what it is.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Because they're not gonna see here. I'm getting into the mindset again.
Single Remi's coming through. She's like tingly.
I was literally gonna be like, see, but it has to mean something, right? I put in so much work for the past 2.5 years, and it just went out the window.
Never forget when we were both on Snapchat, and you remember how like you could easily tell when we were into a guy or something because suddenly our Snapchats went from like our fucking ugly ass faces with no makeup to being like,
you know, the crazy shit I would do? I would
Photoshop it?
No, I would literally make, because you can make like a private story on Snapchat where only like specific people could see.
Oh.
I would only put that one person on my private Snapchat story to ensure that they saw whatever I wanted them to see. And then you could just see one with the little arrow and the boop.
And then the little and the boop.
Yep. That was my crazy era though.
I was thinking you were like, oh, I took the photos and then downloaded them to my computer and then like color corrected them and then put them back on my story.
No,
and I was like, you put more effort into that than like your Instagram.
No, truly. No, I would do the private stories, and then when you would like swipe up to see, like you could just automatically be like, are they watching? Have they watched it? No? Okay.
Oh my God. Should we do like a toxic episode of like the things like that you can do?
Stop the Venmo. The drama?
Am I the drama?
I think we should. And it's titled, Am I the Drama?
Yeah. And
Am I the villain?
We put the discllaimer, this is not good advice.
This is not advice whatsoever. This is what not to do.
This is what you should not be doing. However, if you're gonna do it.
Yeah, then learn from us.
That's
a good idea.
Love it.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Pretty Basic. I cannot wait to keep up with Alisha's adventures in the world of dating. I'll think of some more alliteration later, but okay. I can't wait. Again, if you guys are not watching the podcast on youtube.com/user/Pretty Basic Podcast, what are you doing?
You're missing out on hilarious reactions.
No, for real. This was a really fun one. And be sure to keep listening to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.